Hey!
Hey, lady, what's going on?
What's up? Welcome to the podcast Throwing the Power.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's short and sweet. I'm just talking over you
Yep.
the whole time. We'll just keep going.
That's okay.
Short and sweet.
What's the
We're talking
best
about
wordless melody?
the New York Times
Hey ya? Does that
bestsellers.
count? Because hey ya
Top
is
100
words, but they're not like
films
they're very
of
pop.
the 21st
sort of style
century.
words.
Like, can you guys hear me? What is
Yeah,
happening?
I can hear you. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really
Okay.
good. NYC, top 100.
NYC, top 100 places in NYC. Number one. Oh no, that one's gone. Number two. Oh, that one's also gone. Okay, number three. We'll be cutting that, I think.
Wow, Tom. Do you want to start again? That was awful.
No, I'm alright with it, but I'm sure we'll see how we go. It would just be funny to be someone compiling that list and someone having to whisper in their ear, just, oh, what, both of them? Just having to change their list.
Starting again.
What were you saying, Frank?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I have no recollection.
It's the New York
of
Times
anything
top
from-
100 best films of the 21st century. It is kind of like an amalgamation of a bunch of different creatives, a lot of them very American, obviously, but like just a lot of actors and producers and directors and whatnot. And some other just random people as well, like, and just asking them what their top 10 movies of the last 25 years are. And those
So sorry.
compiled... Yeah.
Just to be clear, who comes up with this list? How's it compiled?
It's like 560 or 500, I can't remember, but it's like a number of celebrities and like figures within the entertainment industry who submitted their top 10. And then the New York Times amalgamated that list and then they made it into their, all right, so here's the top 100 films that are, as someone put it online, which is a very good way of thinking of it, it's not really the top 100 films of the 21st century, it's the films that are the most likely to appear in someone's top 10, which is why it's maybe not as broad as it could be because it's really being selected through amalgamating people's top 10 picks rather than getting their top 20, getting their top 50, whatever, right? So that's how the list came about.
Okay. So it's not a very trustworthy list, but it's pretty good.
People have also talked about how the numbers seem a little doctored, how like there are films that appear on the list more than others, but there are films that seem higher disproportionately, and it may be because they actually got more ballots than they're letting on, or maybe they actually got people to submit more than 10 and they're using that. I don't really know. But anyway, that's the list.
It's a big old list. So where do we want to start?
Now.
Do we just chat about a couple that stood
Well, I
out?
just want to talk about when I first was going through it. I was like,
You're like, you've seen all of these.
Here, is there?
It's crazy.
No.
Not enough Marvel.
I was like,
Not enough Marvel.
tell me I'm wrong. Okay,
These-
but Endgame's on there and Infinity War isn't. It's
Yeah,
like stupid.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1, a perfect film, not on there.
Uh-huh.
Stupid. I did think that I was like, where are the 70s and 80s films? And then I read the title again. I went, oh yeah.
There's films, you actually get films from 70 to 79 and 80 to 89 in there. So like you just have to go past the 60s and then you'll get there. You'll see them, Frank.
Shut up.
You just have to go higher into the list. And those are the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm just checking to make sure.
That's good
Did
stuff.
you imagine that there would be movies on this list that aren't on there, Frank, outside of, I know we're all like, we're writing a petition about Deadpool Wolverine as we speak, but apart from that, like, is there anything
Yeah,
else?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's the only film I was really like devastated to not see was Deadpool 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Should we, for the listener who, I mean, I'm guessing not everyone's seen this list, so that everyone can listen to this episode and go and check it out, of course.
Everyone
Should we give
It's
them
an
top
interesting list.
10? Maybe give them top 10?
Yeah. Some thoughts on that?
Yeah? Do you want to read out top 10, Frank?
I'm just trying to bring up the whole list.
I can do it. I'll go. Sitting at number
Can
one.
you send me the link?
Or do you want to go from
He
10
doesn't
to-
trust. He can't read, but he doesn't want anyone else to do it either.
Hey, that's not what I said.
He's also appears to be scrolling on a calculator right now, so I think we'll just move on.
It says boobs. I don't know why.
Marcus, do you want to go from 10 to 1?
Okay, we'll go 10 to 1. No, that's a good shout. All right, number 10. The Social Network.
Hey, tell you what, that's a movie that I've seen and I think is a really good movie. That's a
Really
little bit-
good
That's
movie.
my review of that film.
I feel like you're being facetious, but I agree. It is a
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah,
totally
I think
facetious.
I think each of these films, almost to the one, is going to be one where it's like, hey, you know what? That's another good movie that they've put on there. It's just, but yes, The Social Network is a very, very good film.
I'll
very
go
rewatchable
quick fire. Let's go quick fire and we can
Okay,
discuss.
we'll go quick fire.
that's right.
All right.
So, number 10, Social Network. Number 9, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
A movie that you showed me when I was younger.
Quick fire. Number 8, Spirited Away.
Now I have a story about that one.
You can hold on to it.
No,
Number
fire.
7,
Fire.
Mad Max Fury Road. Number 6, The Dark Knight. Number 5, Interstellar. Number 4, There Will Be Blood. Number 3, No Country for Old Men. Number 2, Mulholland Drive. And number 1, numero uno, Parasite.
Our nickname for Tom.
Numero uno. Oh, I see what you did there. No, it's okay.
Hey, no, but like, can you send me this link?
I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm not joking,
Like, are we
right?
going to pause right now?
Nah, just keep going. Keep talking.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't know if I can do 2 things at
Okay,
once.
well, I can talk a little bit about how I think those are some good movies. Like I was saying, like I predicted it. Those are all good
What's
films.
the worst movie in the top 10? Is it Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Do you feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Tell me a little bit about that. Well, your dislike for that movie, or at least, if not your dislike, your feeling that it's overrated.
I just don't think it doesn't land for me emotionally. Like Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey together have no chemistry, and I just don't believe their love story at all ever.
Wow. Not a problem I have with that movie. I think they've got a really lovely connection.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I was sending a link, so I missed what we're talking about. Are we talking about Eternal Sunshine?
Yes.
And you don't buy into that movie? Wow.
No.
Okay.
Marcus,
sure.
I'm not convinced you're on the right list, I have to say. I know this is a little bit strange, but I've just pulled the list up myself, and from what I've got it's Social Network 10, Spirited Away 9, Get Out 8, Eternal Sunshine 7, No Country for Old Men 6, Moonlight 5, In the Mood for Love 4, There Will Be Blood 3, Mulholland Drive 2, and Parasite 1. Now, to be fair, this is on the New York Times website, so it could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's probably right.
What? This is where you told me to get the list. I'm looking at it.
Did you go to Reddit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
okay.
Reddit one is wrong.
Well, I can tell you for sure these are the right ones. So let's very quickly just say, like, does anyone have a take on The Social Network that we haven't already said?
No, great
Okay,
movie.
Marcus,
great movie, yeah.
Spirited Away.
Fantastic film. I don't think we've really talked about it. I've only ever watched it once. It's just magical. What else do you want me to say about it?
I'd agree with that. Frank, would you
This is going to be really boring if we just go through the
Would
top
you
10
show
and go,
Freddie?
Yeah, like, of course they...
Would you show Freddie Spirited Away?
No.
Not now, not like right away after this, but I'm just like saying at some point, would you see that as like a film that you would bring into the mix of child films, or no, not so much?
Not really, no.
Okay, not something you vibe with very much.
I mean, at what age do you show it to them? Because it is kind of spooky.
That's fair. Totally okay.
The Reddit list is saying that Avengers Endgame is number 100.
Okay, well, yes, that makes sense then. Sorry, that is the right list, 100%.
Okay.
No, it's not right.
No, it's not the right list. I'm kidding.
This is wild. Where have I gone?
How have they? They've just like typed it out wrong because they're like all the movies are in there.
Yeah.
They're not.
It could be a wish list sort of thing. But okay, so this is I think you're right,
Yeah,
Frank.
so
I think
they've
maybe one of the big headlines of the list is Parasite's number 1. Parasite's South Korean film, won Best Picture in 2019. And some people still have some feelings about this 6 years later. People seem to think that maybe people are being tokenistic, just being like, well, that's the foreign film I've seen and I liked it, so I'll put it on my list for representation. Other people think it actually is worthy of that spot and it has a sort of like cinematic quality or thematic resonance to it. Marcus, I know you find that movie a little overrated. You're not the biggest fan of Parasite, from memory.
I wasn't listening to the last thing you said because I'm literally spun out by this list. It's actually thrown me completely. I'm literally on my IMDb now. It seems fine on IMDb.
Okay.
So sorry, what was the film you're
My
talking
question
about,
was
Tom?
just about Parasite, the film, not the Tom. How do you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. It was a good film. To me, it didn't stand out as like the greatest film I've ever seen. I felt it was far too overhyped for what I got. The problem is I think that I maybe had the hype before I saw it and I went, sure, this is a very good film, but it wouldn't make my top list at all. I'm going to be honest with you.
Ang Lee's got 2 in a row. It's pretty crazy. 16 and 17. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then Brokeback Mountain.
He's an incredible filmmaker. I just, and I just didn't find that much about this film stood apart from its predecessors or anything surrounding it. To me, it didn't enter the conversation as like, this is groundbreaking almost.
Which one of those was the one you were talking about? Sorry, Mark.
Parasite. Sorry, yeah.
Sure, Parasite, and then Frank, you were talking about Brokeback and Crouching Tiger.
Yeah,
Ang Lee.
Ang Lee.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, sorry, I'm just scrolling through and just trying to, because we can't just talk about amazing films the whole time. Wes Anderson has 2 in a row: The Grand Budapest Hotel at 22, and The Royal Tenenbaums.
This is where I want to get into a couple of things that I think are really strange, sort of like conventional wisdom from people of a certain age and people of certain taste.
Sure.
Which is that I think The Royal Tenenbaums is fine. It's a movie I've never really gotten. I've never understood quite the hype around it, and I rewatched it recently and was like, yeah, I think it's okay. I really
agree.
like Wes Anderson. Not my movie.
Yeah, why is Wes Anderson... He's not my guy at all. What are his movies... what are you ever meant to feel besides whimsy and good cinematography? You know what I mean? Like,
I think they're
they're
they're intriguing, they're interesting, and they're very well done. Would I put them in a top list? No, probably not. No, I mean, I don't disagree with you, pal.
Life Aquatic is just nonsense.
Life Aquatic is a very strange, like almost drunk trip of a movie.
Yeah.
I love his later stuff more. I really love The French Dispatch. That's a really big movie for me, and that's a moment where I think Frank, it kind of, he opened up to me as someone who took some very pointed stylistic choices, some very particular mannerisms, and a sort of cartoonishness and a whimsy, and it translated to something emotionally vibrant and really, really engaging. I find that movie incredibly sort of thrilling on a character level. Like, I love Benicio's work in that movie. I love Jeffrey Wright. I love Lea Seydoux. I love everyone in that film. So yeah, but I know what you're saying. Raw Tenenbaums weird. I was saying to Marcus earlier today, I went and saw Amelie for the first time. I'd seen almost all the movies on this list because I'm fucking parasitic, as Frank has pointed out, and cinema is my body, and I am the pilot fish on it. But I'd seen 97 of these movies. I hadn't seen Amelie before. They actually put it on in French class when I was in year 10, and then it got to the orgasm scene, and the teacher was like, "Oh, sacre bleu," and like stopped it because she forgot that there was so much horniness in that movie. But I saw it the other day at the cinema, and I thought it was fine. I actually kind of think it's bit overrated. Like, I think that's a movie to me, Frank, like you were saying about, was a movie that's about whimsy and not a lot else to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that came at a time in culture where it was like, oh my gosh, this is so... Isn't it great to be unique and to be whimsical? And that was it purely rode the wave of what people wanted to be and how people wanted to be perceived. And like, oh, I like Amelie, and it's like,
it's incredibly influential. Yes, it was the opportunity to watch a European film and be like, but it's not about like a donkey that, you know, dies in black and white or whatever the fuck people think European films are. Like,
that's what I think they are.
Exactly, right.
I said that.
But the new Shrek previews look pretty brutal.
So,
but
just quickly look at Marcus.
Marcus, are you so confused at this list still?
Like, a little bit. Sorry, I was listening to you guys talk, but I'm looking at like Anchorman sits in at 85.
Okay, talk about that.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Way too... Oh, sorry.
It's kind of wild that you can... Like, I love Anchorman. How is this in the conversation as well? Like, what I guess my question
what do you mean?
Yeah.
That's not the tack I expected you to take, Marcus. I thought you were going to say too low. Should be number 1, 2, and 3.
That's what I think.
That's Frank's take.
Honestly, it should be top 10. It's hard to watch now because I watched it. I would say 300 times.
Is this the most
legitimately?
Is this the most influential films of the last 21st century?
I don't know if it's the most influential. I think some people took it as an objective measurement and an opportunity to look at a way to configure like this was the landscape of the last 25 years. And some other people were just like, fuck it, this is a movie I like. Like, Luca Guadagnino picked John Carpenter's last movie, which is called Ghosts of Mars.
I know Ghosts of Mars.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have presumed. Would it crack your top 10?
No.
No. Luca Guadagnino's insane. John Waters did some pretty crazy ones that I can't remember as well. But a lot of people picked ones where you're just like, yeah, sure, great. Put Shrek and Shrek 2 on there. Or like,
see, this is the thing.
Zootopia on there if you want.
Yeah.
I guess if you look at this list like the most influential films of the 21st, it checks out to me. Like, a lot of it makes a lot of sense.
And this is
in the wrong order.
It's more of an opinion. It's more of an opinion list, and then they've amalgamated people's opinions. It's not about.
I'm just so curious.
I don't think best is the right word, or like it's most enjoyable.
Yeah.
Or the films I like the most.
But
it's like, but there's something to that. Like I've said a few times, like films are for the sake of entertainment. It's an art form of entertainment. So what's wrong with having Anchorman in the list?
Can I also say Fellowship sits at 87? Which is 2 behind it.
Like,
I think it's the only one.
That's my literally my number 1 and 2. Like, that's offensive to me to see them that low.
Interstellar,
Do you know which one would be
89.
first?
Gladiator, 92.
So I need to know if Frank would put Fellowship above Anchorman or the other way around, or whether he's going to short circuit.
I can't. We won't talk about
Yeah,
that.
that's what I saw your face twitch for a second there.
Wasn't Gravity meant to be terrible? I haven't seen it.
Gravity is not terrible.
Stupid.
It is
It's
a fantastic visual and cinematic experience that is a very pat narrative. I saw it at the cinema, and
But also, like,
just being
George
like,
Clooney floats into sea, and you're like, oh god, he's here now, and you're like, where? He's been floating in space.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That
I'm
movie
going to
is
put it out there. This
a
is a
bit
hot take.
weird.
I think A Space Odyssey is very overrated. I didn't like that film at all. Just going to put that
2001?
out there. Yep.
Agree.
Just going to put that out there.
Okay.
It only just made the 21st century.
But like Gravity, for
It's
some
so
reason, I'd be
intelligent.
like, how is this cracking top 100?
Crazy. That is one of the few films, and I think Gravity kind of belongs on that list with Interstellar, and space films do tend to occupy this realm.
Yeah.
Have you seen 2001 at a cinema?
No, but again, like for the same reason,
Yes.
I'm sure visually and the soundscape would just be incredible. I get that.
That's almost all there is to it. That's the one film where it's like there is nothing but visuals or soundscape, nothing else about it. I'm totally fair if you're not
Give
into
me a
that,
movie,
but it's the
man. Like,
thing
what-
where it's that is stretching the boundaries of what a movie is.
That's
I
just
love
like
that film.
that's just a couple of paintings.
Yeah,
I
kind
mean,
of.
that is very much, it's
Kind
very
of.
painterly and balletic.
It's-
I love 2001. It's a movie that was weirdly not made in the 21st century, despite the title. So,
Sorry.
I
28, The Dark Knight. Thoughts?
I think probably the movie that's similar to you, Frank, with Anchorman, where I'm like, I may never have to watch The Dark Knight again. I saw it too many times. I think it's a very, very, very good movie that I mostly just, when people say they like it, I'm like, yeah, I fucking like, iced water as well on a hot day. Like, who doesn't fucking like The Dark Knight?
Well, some people don't because they have sensitive teeth and it's a bit too.
And so they can't watch The Dark Knight.
Because
I think if this is a like, oh, these films are in my top 10 conversation across 500 so people, or if this is even the most influential movies of all time,
Go on.
Dark Knight should be top 10.
I do think that it has its place there, and it's a summation of its influences as well. Like, it's so much like
this is
a
it. It's done
90s
so much
crime
for-
movie and like
Yeah,
an intricate
in
like
almost any
But also
film
well
list,
filmed.
Dark Knight will find a way to crack top 10 for a particular reason. I think Dark Knight just is always in the conversation for what it was.
Oppenheimer's the most featured director on this list? Is that right?
Oppenheimer's the most featured. He made movies after World War II. Okay,
wait.
crazy. What were they
Wait,
about?
wait, wait, wait.
Were they mostly
Wait, wait, wait,
rom-coms?
wait.
Nolan.
No, well, there's nothing on the film because it was just radiated away. Terrible. bit, I'm
Nolan's
sorry.
Nolan's
the
probably
most
in the
featured
top
director
3
on this.
greatest directors of the 21st century.
He's certainly the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
who has the most sort of command of
And Paul,
the cultural consciousness right now.
Sir Christopher Nolan, right?
He's probably Sir. I believe
I'm
so.
pretty sure he's a Sir.
I believe Sir.
and that means a lot.
It may surprise you. All right.
That was quite good, actually.
I think that there are some movies I would love to be on here, but this is what I was about to get to, which is like the thing that you do find yourself doing. I find myself doing this anyway, which is I champion movies and I don't do it consciously, but I realize like, well, I love that movie and I don't think people talk about it. So there's probably something in my mind that makes me go like, yeah, that's the one you like more, because everyone always talks about fucking, Oppenheimer or Parasite or whatever. Movies I really like. I love True Grit. I think that movie is one of the greatest films ever
I do
made.
like True Grit too.
I really, really, that is one where I'm like, that movie made a lot of money, especially for a Coen Brothers movie. It was nominated for a lot of Oscars. It's got an incredible, iconic Jeff Bridges performance. Haley Steinfeld's first movie, right? You have Jeff Bridges, Josh Brolin, Barry Pepper, just a fantastic, like, American traditional film, and yet done in a very hefty and emotionally gratifying way. I just think that film belongs on this list, and it kind of bums me out. It's not on here.
When was this list devised, do you think?
I mean, they started probably putting the ballots out like a few months back, but I think
When
they
did
dropped
it
the whole.
finish? When did it finish is what I'm
Oh,
curious
when did
about.
it finish? I think they dropped the whole list at the start of July, maybe the end of June.
So how
What
did,
date is-
do you
Yeah,
reckon
it's a couple weeks
Sinners
out.
could have cracked it?
I don't think anything from 2025 is on this list. So I don't think, and
okay.
which I'm kind of like, yeah, if you're gonna pick a film from the last 6 months that's gonna make it on here, it's hard to think of like people are gonna put fucking, I don't know, like Thunderbolts on there or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. Like nothing else is
Yeah.
companion, dog shit.
Yeah.
movie.
Thunderbolts wasn't that bad.
I'm sure it's fine, right? I heard there was an asterisk and I'm really
they changed the name.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, Frank, I will say it is interesting to see how many Tarantinos are on here.
I know these people are dumb as
You know?
hell.
You
Kill
know?
Bill number 1 at like 60.
Yeah, Inglourious
Stupid.
Bastards kind of ends up being his top, I think.
That's I think 12. Was it?
Yeah,
That's
it seems to
14.
crack.
Yeah,
14.
it's pretty high.
It cracks in there as very much his effort at making a legacy film, and the annoying.
Is that better
thing,
than?
Yeah.
Is that better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I've watched it more, but that's just like because by default it's been out for.
I've seen Hollywood once. I've seen Inglourious Bastards on average maybe 3 times a year.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Hold
That's
on.
a lot.
No, probably not. I was just going for the bit. Maybe once a year I'd watch Inglourious though, for sure. Like I love Arrivederci.
It's a very memeable film. That's it. Although Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has like Leo pointing at the screen sort of thing, which is fantastic.
Tom, you and I talked about Children of Men the other day as well.
Oh man.
I love that movie.
I will agree that when you put that and Gravity on the same list, and you go Alfonso Cuarón of Children of Men, it's like and Gravity, and there's just one dude at the back who's like, woo, and it's like okay, man, like
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Children of Men is a like totemic fucking film. I think that movie is incredible. I just
Have you seen it, Frank?
Totemic as in like a totem pole?
Mostly yes. I think of it as something
Totem tennis-ic.
Yeah. So let's keep swinging around.
Yeah. Frank, have you seen Children of Men?
Channing Tatum.
No, God, no.
Oh, you've never? What do you mean? Oh, God, no.
Isn't it this? Isn't it? No.
It's a
What
dystopian
is it?
film. It's
not
upsetting,
spooky.
but it's beautiful. I don't think you'd pee. I think you'd like.
Right.
You'd be French about it. You'd be very enthusiastic. Oui, oui. Yeah.
He goes French and
very
immediately
good.
does the De Niro mouth. Well, what else do we have to say? I mean, this list is
I
extensive.
mean, I'm really glad Moneyball's on there at 45.
Moneyball cracked in. It's great. Bennett Miller,
Superbad
one of the
at 100.
strangest directors of all time. I'd say Bennett Miller. Right? How many movies has Bennett Miller made? Do you know?
6.
3. He's made
That's what I
Capote,
said, 3.
Moneyball, and Foxcatcher. He hasn't made a movie in 11 years. What a strange career he's had. He's been nominated for Best
3
Director, I believe, twice out of 3 movies. Isn't that fucking insane?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else is interesting.
66% success rate.
Yeah, 666.
Why
Wait
is
a
it in-
second. De Niro face.
Wait.
I'll tell you what else is interesting. You've got, I don't think too many animated films from like the Pixar sort of
You got
field.
Up.
You've got Up and
People
and
always do Up because they
Ratatouille.
forget that Ratatouille
Up's-
it seems to be the legacy pick for.
But
Up's a bad
where's
movie.
Inside Out?
Yeah, I love Inside Out. I think it's
Inside Out's
lost
great.
a little bit of legacy.
Yeah, don't you think Up is a bad movie? The start is beautiful, and then like that, it relies on that for the rest of the film.
I
The
think
rest of the film sucks.
That's its definitely its tail is people remember the first 15 minutes. I've seen it once. I really liked it, but when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, there's a talking dog in it at some point,
Dude,
and there's like
I will watch that film purely for that talking dog. It gets me every time when he's
the
like,
talking dog's very hi there.
I was hiding because I love you. He's under the porch. Dude, gets me.
That's
when you
actually
say
kind
it,
of great.
it does sound really
I do
funny.
like Squirrel. Squirrel. Hi there.
I hate that. I just
I don't know, man.
find
I
that
kind of
funny.
like that.
Maybe I'm gonna
movie.
rewatch Up. Am I gonna do that? That might
Yeah,
happen.
I like the kid in. I don't know. I think Up's actually pretty great.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, brother, we're out there.
Bridesmaids
Brothers,
makes
yes.
it. Oh, Wally. Wally's in there now. Wally, I agree with.
Wally. Yeah.
Not a bad Wally. Where is he? We found him. It's Frank. You Wally.
I think one that should be higher is Steven Soderbergh, Ocean's 11.
Sure. Okay.
Like that film is, I was going to say singular, but it's not. But it was when it happened.
Yeah,
And now there's so many
and people
attempts.
seem to respect it more now. Like the narrative around that film as it came out, and everyone was like, "Yeah, great, like popcorn movie with all these movie stars. Could you get back to making cinema, please?" And 20 years later, everyone's just like, "Man, we had it pretty good with Ocean's 11, didn't we? Like that was."
No, but we
time.
did though. 'Cause
I
you
think it's
see,
a really good movie.
It's Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, 8. Any other heist movie with an ensemble cast, and you go, "Wow, that's pretty hard. What he's done, like it's pretty remarkable."
What do you
know
think
what?
of? I've never seen 8. What do you think of 12 and 13?
I think 12 is Pacino, right?
I-
No, that's
could-
13. 12 is
That's
Vincent
13.
Castle. the French guy.
The Grey Fox. 12. I think 12 is the weakest. When they go to Europe.
12 is an insane movie.
If you could honestly just do Ocean's 11, I don't think you even need the others around it. As a standalone, I think it'd be fantastic.
I think that's true. I don't really think about the others.
The studio went, well, it made so much money and it's so popular, and it's like...
But Ocean's 12 does have that reputation of being a movie where an hour and a half of it is a bunch of dudes hanging out in Europe, not stealing anything, and then in the last 10 minutes of the movie, they're like, oh, we stole something, we did it off screen, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what is this movie? Very
And then does the recap, and you're kind of like,
which doesn't...
It's just not as good.
Truly Soderbergh just kind of being like, in the first movie, I showed you 50 to 60% of things, and then I showed you the rest of it later, and you went, I see what you did there. The second one, he just doesn't show you what they did, and then he's like, oh, this happened earlier, I forgot to tell you about it, and it's like, that's cheating, that's not allowed.
That's so shit.
It's such a weird, I kind of like it, but it's a very weird movie.
That's funny in like a narrative of Soderbergh taking the piss, but as a film, it doesn't really go well.
Yes.
But you go, good on you, Soderbergh, you funny motherfucker.
Another film that didn't make the list is Snatch.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
A movie that has...
Good?
I don't care for Snatch.
Like, I think it belongs in that conversation of films that were so early 2000s and were so like, oh, it's kind of a heist and it's a hyperlink and everyone's involved and, you know, they talk in funny ways. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'm sure it's good still.
God, I'm just so surprised it doesn't make a top list for anyone.
I think it's a bit of a forgotten film. I think it was almost like a cult film 10-ish years ago, and now I think the younger generation doesn't really know who Guy Ritchie is so much.
Yeah, because he doesn't belong in this climate. Like,
he also made 100 movies in the last 10 years, and like none of them, and one of them was Aladdin, and then like just a bunch of other shit.
Yeah,
I actually forgot
Guy
that
Ritchie's just diminishing returns. He made Lock, Stock, and Snatch. And that was his branded the highest, right? And I remember Rock and Roller was I love Rock and Roller.
Which, that's fine to be wrong also, yeah. Go on, continue.
Yeah, that's fine. But that is the popcorn version of a Guy Ritchie film, even though he's made it himself. And he's just gotten worse and worse.
And
like, what's the one with Henry Cavill that he did recently?
The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
No.
Gentlemanly Warfare. Yeah, Marcus, you were telling me about that the other day. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
It's not my favourite. It's good.
I'll pull up my 21st century list, which I have on Letterboxd, and I'll just tell you a couple more of mine that I really love that aren't on here. I absolutely love In Bruges. As you guys know, we've done it on the show.
I was going to say,
where's American Beauty? What the...
That's a good point.
Wasn't that in the...
Wait a minute. I'm reading here that Kevin Spacey has stormed the offices of the New York Times. So I'm sure they'll fix that soon. In Bruges, which we've talked about before, I'll tell you what's high on my list. High, and I'm not kidding, is The Room. The Room would easily be in my top 10 movies of the last 25 years. The Tommy Wiseau film, The Room.
No, you're not serious.
I'm 100%. No. I'm 100% serious. That movie means.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Tom.
It's,
Thomas.
That is a meaningful film.
And let me guess. Tommy Wiseau is your the favorite actor of all time. Like, what are you doing here? You should just quit this whole podcast. Get off.
What's the
We're
bit?
done with you.
No, there must be a bit.
It's not a bit. It's a lot, and it's a lot of love for Tommy Wiseau and that film.
You gotta wise up.
You've got to.
Your delivery is far too dry. It almost sounds sincere.
I will die telling you guys that is a movie that
I hope you do.
Yeah, we kind of wish it upon you at this point.
You cannot be serious. You absolutely.
I should have known that when I mentioned my death, it was just going to be a pile on from there. That was my mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. If you didn't mention it, one of us was going to.
I think The Room is very important. There is a very specific brand of sick people out there who will know what I mean, and everyone else will think I'm just being silly.
And then you go.
One out of three of your friends, Cats. It turns out.
Me and my what friends? Sorry?
1 out of 3 of your friends is one of those sick people.
Yes, that's
Take a look to your left, now to your right. One of those 2 people.
7 out of 10 dentists recommend Tommy Wiseau. That's a movie that means a lot to me, but I know that's fine. And I guess the other one I would put on here that's very important is probably Babylon, which you guys know I love. Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a recent one I'm surprised isn't on here. And Marcus is leaving because he doesn't like that I said Babylon. And
wait,
he's really upset because we just Babylon.
Babylon's not that bad,
Marcus.
I just wanted a reaction.
That's for the socials.
Yeah, you can say The Room, but don't bring Babylon.
Don't bring Babylon into this. And I think Happy Go Lucky is a really important one for me, which is a Mike Leigh movie. Do you guys know it with Sally Hawkins back in like 2008?
I've heard of it. I haven't actually.
It's really lovely. It's really lovely.
Happy Gilmore.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I said. Did I say Sally Hawkins? I obviously meant Shooter McGavin.
I'm honestly shocked though that the two Sandlers are. I'm not. Uncut Gems deserves to be there, I believe. But
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
There's no
Whiplash.
There's no. Wait, are you surprised there's no Adam Sandler comedies, Frank? Is this the thing that you're saying with a straight face now? After I just defended the room, where's Grown Ups 2? Where's That's My Boy? Where's Jack and Jill?
Where's 100% Fresh? You know I love 100% Fresh, even though that's not a film.
I've already said more than I thought I knew, honestly. As I started the list, I was like, oh, I've got a couple of these, it turns out.
Adam Sandler is the greatest comedian of our generation.
Yeah.
This is my grievance with this list, right? Like, it still doesn't make sense to me.
They're all too serious.
Well, you can't have, like, Tar, Oppenheimer, Gone Girl. When you start reading that list from there, you're like, yep, cool, I see where we're going with this list.
Love that.
And then all of a sudden you're jumping into, like Anchorman and Best in Show and...
Oh, I love Best in Show.
Emotional whiplash.
Do you think that comedies just don't belong on this list? Do you think there should be a distinction?
I think...
I know what you're feeling, yeah.
I don't know.
I disagree.
It's a very
difficult question. I think comedy should be there. I think just what is it bringing to the list that the other films are bringing to the list? What is this list? What links these films together? Nothing.
It's just like
I think it's a silly
your
list.
Opinion, man.
Yeah, it's just like your opinion, man.
But that's what this whole thing is. It's exercise in opinion because these are filmmakers and experts giving their opinion. It's not about who made the best film, who deserves best picture. Mm-hmm. It's about
It's got the same logic to it that the Oscars does. You know, you just run a campaign. It's all about favoritism.
Of what I just said.
Yes, and you'd think that this list would have the advantage of being like we are so removed from the years when we used to go, oh, okay, well, the Green Book, right, is the movie we're going to give Best Picture to or whatever. And now all these years later, it's like, well, Green Book's not on the list, but yeah, still some Crash isn't on the list, but still some strange ones. You're a defender of Green Book, Frank. Speak more on that.
No.
I text Frank the day I watched Green Book and was like, lol, this movie's terrible. And he's like, terribly good, he's like,
yeah,
and I
didn't know you directed, Frank.
I'll stand up for it that the buddy cop element of it works.
The buddy cop element. I see what you're saying, but that's so funny you've described it that way.
They're great together. I know it's a parody. I know it's white savior. I know it's very problematic. I like it. They're nice together.
Fairly.
So
would you binge that and The Blind Side at the same time? Is that your?
He'd watch them on two different screens. Like what's his name, Alex DeLarge in Clockwork Orange, just Ludovico style. Yeah. Okay.
Well, overall, I think it's a really good.
Do you
list.
have anything desperately that you really wish was on here that you haven't seen here so far that you think they've missed?
I mean,
yeah, Infinity War. Like, legitimately.
I will say the movie on this list that I enjoy, have watched many times, and I think, and I'm going to assume you guys haven't seen In the Mood for Love, the Wong Kar-wai film that's number 3.
No.
Mood for Love. No.
It's a very lovely and sensual film that I have heard spoken about in such like breathless terms for so long that I've seen it maybe 4 times, and every time I watch it I'm always like, this is a really good movie. People trip over themselves to tell you this is one of the greatest films ever made, and I don't get it. I like it. I think it's really, really like quite captivating and wonderfully shot. Yeah, it's so not. I've never understood it as a top fucking 10 film of almost every other film in that top 10. I get it more than In the Mood for Love, but that's just my take. So yeah, there we are.
Well, I'm in the mood to say bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay. Well, bye.
You're in the mood to wrap this up.
Yeah, Tom, do you want to stay here and we keep talking? Or?
Yeah, of course. I'll be happy to keep chatting with you.
Yeah, you guys go. I'll it's late. I gotta go to bed.
It's late at night by candlelight. Don't put up.
I'm trying to find where will I put the credits?
Just here.
Just throw
Through Thanks for listening to Throw on the Power. That was our New York Times best 100 list of the 21st century or whatever it's called.
It was a list. It was just
it was really good, and it was the same list the whole way through the episode. We found the list and we stuck to it. Is the main thing. That's what you get at this point.
No fault of my own.
Consistency.
Zero.
Thank you for listening.
We love you very much.
Throw in the past.